Number 102 in chapter 3 is looking at how we write chemical reactions and also how we balance these chemical reactions. And so we have to take the wording of the question to then formulate the actual chemical reaction, and then we can balance after we know what are our starting materials and what are our products. And so this question reads, when iron rusts, solid iron, right, and so I pick out of that right away, solid iron, Fe, and then I'm actually going to put a little S underneath the iron to indicate that it is a solid. And that solid iron reacts with is really indicating the plus. We're taking solid iron and we're reacting it with something. We're adding something to it. It reacts with gaseous oxygen. Gaseous oxygen is O2. And so this then forms and the forms part of it would be an arrow. Right, we're saying we're taking solid iron, or reacting that with gaseous oxygen to form, right, and that's going to form solid iron 3 oxide. So iron oxide would be FeO, but if Fe is in the +3 state, we have to remember that oxygen is in the -2 state. So that means for our formula for iron 3 oxide would be Fe2O3, so that those guys cancel out. So we have solid iron reacting with gaseous oxygen to form iron 3 oxide. That is our basic chemical reaction that this question is discussing. And we can put the solid there to indicate that it's solid iron 3 oxide. Now that we have the chemical reaction according to the language of the question, we're not done yet. We need to balance. We have to make sure that atoms on the left equal our atoms on the right. Remember, in a chemical reaction, these elements are not created or destroyed. So that means that whatever elements we begin with, we also must end up with. And so that means that really the number of iron on the left has to be equal to the number of iron on the right, as well as the number of oxygens on the left being equal to the number of oxygens on the right. And so to begin, I'm going to first balance my oxygens. And so if I do that, I get our iron solid plus O2 goes to Fe2O3 solid. I have to balance my 3 oxygens with my 2 oxygens on the left, and the best way to do that is to add a 3 and a 2 to the chemical equation. A 3 in front of the gaseous oxygen, a 2 in front of the iron 3 oxide. And so now my oxygens are balanced out. I have a total of 6 oxygens on the left. I also have a total of 6 oxygens on the right. Now I'm going to balance my iron. And at this point it becomes really easy. On the left I have 4 irons, so I have to have 4 irons on the right. And now our chemical reaction is balanced. We have 6 oxygens on the left, 6 oxygens on the right, 4 irons on the left, 4 irons on the right. We are balanced. That is number 102.